Today on Chicago City View, we'll take you to the top of the town, the observation deck of America's tallest building.
Or how about a trip to the Field Museum, one of Chicago's most popular attractions?
And we'll visit one of the last free zoos in America. You're watching Chicago City View.
This is Chicago City View, your daily magazine program prepared especially for members and guests in Chicago for the Healthcare Information and Management Systems Society's annual meeting. Now, here is the chair of the HIMSS board, Charles Christian.
Welcome to the HIMSS 2009 Annual Conference and Exhibition. I'm Chuck Christian, HIMSS Board Chair, with highlights for Monday, April the 6th. At 8:30, keynote speaker George C. Halverson, Chairman and CEO of the Kaiser Foundation Health Plan and Kaiser Foundation Hospitals, will discuss the successful rollout of Kaiser's multi-billion-dollar IT initiative, KP Health Connect. Check the program for sessions throughout the conference on the Economic Stimulus Program and federal health reform. Just look for the ESP code before the description and plan to attend to learn more about this important legislation for health IT. At 4:30, our new members reception gives all of us the opportunity to meet and welcome those joining our ranks. And at 5:30, our community's open house gives you the chance to learn about HIMSS volunteer opportunities and to become eligible for prizes. If you haven't yet firmed up your plans to attend our Tuesday night event at Navy Pier, now is the time to do so. Legendary showman André-Philippe Gagnon will perform amazing impressions of music superstars including Mick Jagger, the Bee Gees, and Frank Sinatra. He will be followed by the tribute, the #1 Beatles show on earth, performing many of our favorites. Today also features educational presentations from Davies Award winners. In the exhibit hall, you will find many interesting pavilion product sessions. You have many great opportunities to choose from. Have a great day at HIMSS 09.
Now, here are your program hosts, John Holt and Sharon Snowden.
Hi again. Welcome to Chicago City View.
This program is designed to show you some of the great activities available while you're here for this meeting.
Let's get started by taking a real bird's eye view of the city. Here's Mark Alford.
No doubt about it, people in Chicago love a room with a view. Restaurants, bars, hotels, nightclubs, many believe having that special city view will set them apart.
But when it comes to great views, there are two buildings here in Chicago that really stand out. The Hancock Building and the Sears Tower. High-speed elevators take you all the way to the top, and when you get up there, they say you can see 4 states.
Walk out on the observation deck of the Hancock Observatory, and you understand why Chicago is called the Windy City. At 1,000 feet and on the 94th floor, you'll feel the breeze. This is the city's only open-air skywalk, and from here you can see as far as Indiana, Michigan, and Wisconsin, as well, of course, as Illinois. Take advantage of SkyTour, the audio guide for your visit. Your audio tour guide is Chicago resident and Friends TV star David Schwimmer. The Hancock Observatory underwent major renovations last year and now offers even more services and conveniences, including a sky-high gourmet coffee cafe and concierge service to help you see and do even more in the city. Want to go even higher? You can when you rocket to the top of the Sears Tower. Well, almost to the top. At the Sears Tower, the sky deck is on the 108th floor, a full 5 stories below its pinnacle. Still, you know you're up there with the highest vantage point available to tourists in the city. At one time, the Sears Tower was the tallest building in the world. It still remains the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. Journey to the top, and there's more than just a very high room with a view here. Museum-quality exhibits tell the story of a Chicago for adults and at a kid's eye view, too. The Hancock Observatory and the Sears Tower sky deck, both sky-high adventures you may want to experience while you're here.
Thanks, Mark. There's still much more ahead today on Chicago City View after you watch this. Welcome back to Chicago City View.
We're continuing to visit some of the exciting sights and attractions here in Chicago. Today, we're headed to one of the most popular.
Today, we're headed to the Field Museum of Natural History.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a world-class museum. And of course, one of its most prized possessions is Sue, the largest and most complete Tyrannosaurus currently known. In fact, she greets you as you walk in the door. But Sue is just the beginning. A big section of the museum is devoted to these giant creatures. How big were they? Well, you can get a good idea from the cast of this footprint. And don't get me wrong, the field is much, much more than dinosaurs. The collections here are wide-ranging, with artifacts from ancient Egypt to Tibet. Visitors have a glimpse at the ancient Americas. There are collections dedicated to botany and gemstones. In fact, almost everyone can find their wow factor here.
I think depends on the person that's walking through the door, because you have some of your Egypt files that just love the mummies and love that whole ancient history over there. And then, of course, the dino files that love dinosaurs. And not only do we have Sue, the most complete T-Rex ever discovered, but we also have a huge dino hall inside Evolving Planet, which is a 20,000 square foot exhibition about life over time over the last 4 billion years.
Here's something you might not expect to see in a museum like the Field, an area devoted exclusively to children. This is the Crown Family Play Lab, a hands-on learning center that encourages children to touch, explore, and play.
Look at, here's the hats from when he was this color. You almost got it, H. Oh, that thing. Cut on the line, on the red line.
How long does it take to explore the Field? That was my question.
I would say give it a whole morning or a whole afternoon, and you're never going to be able to see it all. You're going to have to give yourself a whole day from start to finish. I get a lot of blogs sent to me and people that say they spent from 9 to 5 and they still didn't finish it. But it's great that people want to spend this much time, and their kids were totally into it, which is fantastic.
The Field Museum is considered one of the finest natural history museums in the world. It's well worth your visit. But I warn you, whatever the time you spend at the museum is, you'll wish you could stay just a little bit longer.
Not too far away in Glencoe, Illinois, is one of the most quiet, peaceful sites in the city, the Chicago Botanic Gardens. I would say it is one of Chicago's best kept secrets, except for the fact that every year more than 3/4 people visit the gardens. And that's right, it is gardens, because 23 gardens and 3 native habitat areas are included in this 385-acre park, a park that is built on 9 islands and surrounded by lakes. More than 2 million plants are displayed in landscape settings. No wonder this is one of the most visited public gardens in the country. What a wonderful pastoral setting to relax and enjoy as you get away from the hustle of the busy city.
You're watching Chicago City View, prepared especially for attendees and guests of the Healthcare Information and Management Systems Society's annual meeting.
A highly informed, empowered patient who wants to have control of their own health care has a very different relationship with the doctor. I think the doctor-patient relationship is forever changing to the patient-doctor relationship, where the patient is the owner of the relationship and the doctor is one of several sources of information and assistance, but not necessarily the only one.
At Microsoft, we've been working for more than a decade to develop solutions that support consumers, caregivers, and health organizations. We envision a connected, scalable, patient-centric health IT system that empowers people to leverage their health data assets. Today, we develop products for health, Amelga and Health Vault, and closely collaborate with a broad ecosystem of partners. Amelga Unified Intelligence System empowers users to drive real-time improvement by offering actionable views of health data, freeing your data to fuel discovery and innovation. Health Vault lets individuals gather health data from many sources, store it in a single location, use it to monitor and track their health, and share it with those they trust. Together, Amelga and Health Vault enable health organizations to connect and share data within and between health organizations and empower individuals to better manage their health. Learn more about Microsoft Solutions for Health, see demonstrations of Amelga and Health Vault, and hear from some of our customers to learn how you can leverage your health data for connected health.
One of the nation's oldest and best zoos is right here in Chicago. Actually, there are a couple of great zoos in town, but today we're visiting the famed Lincoln Park Zoo. This gem of a park is almost in the shadow of the city's skyline, but once you pass through the gates, you find yourself face to face with creatures from around the world. Few places are better than the Regenstein Center for African Apes for getting an up-close look at these animals. Watch them play in their own backyard or even go nose to nose with them through these huge glass windows.
Chicago's Lincoln Park Zoo animal habitats are really world class. If you haven't visited the zoo or haven't been to a zoo in a long time, come back for a visit because I think you'll be surprised.
The African Journey building is a good example. It's home to some of the world's rarest creatures like black rhinos, wild dogs, pygmy hippos, and dwarf crocodiles. Here's one of the zoo's newest features, the Pritzker Family Children's Zoo.
It's not a typical children's zoo. One of the themes of the children's zoo is actually North American wildlife. It's called In the Woods. The whole design of this exhibit is what you could see in your own backyard. We have black bears, red wolves, beavers, river otters. These are things that you could potentially see right here in our own woods. And so we give it to the children from a child's perspective too.
Now, want to know the best part? All of this is free. One of the last free zoos in America.
We're a free zoo, so you may not know what to expect when you come here, and when you walk through the gates, it is that wow factor. We are supported by the philanthropists within the city of Chicago, friends of the zoo, visitors to Chicago who realize what an asset this is. We have everything from giraffes and aardvarks, zebras, gorillas, everything across the gamut in this small footprint in the beautiful area of Lincoln Park.
There really is so much to see and do here in the Chicago area. And if you are a fan of these colorful little blocks, you may very well want to visit the Legoland Discovery Center. It's located in Schaumburg, and it's the first Legoland Discovery Center outside of Germany. This is a big leisure destination. It combines Lego model building and unusual construction challenges with theme park-like attractions such as a dragon ride, adventure trail, and a 4D movie featuring Bob the Builder. And to prove these colorful bricks are not just for children, there's a special room with rotating exhibitions of work by master Lego builders.
We have another fun spot to show you. It's on the Navy Pier. You won't want to miss the amazing maze. The fun begins outside on the boardwalk with the amazing mirrors. Once inside, you wind your way through 4,000 square feet of tunnels, mazes, and all sorts of sensory surprises, like the psychedelic mine shaft and the spinning light tunnel. There's no time limit set for your play in the maze. You can stay for a short while or spend the day.
We'll be back with more Chicago City View after you watch this.
Communication is a key component of patient care.
We share just a multitude of information.
Over 70% of our clinicians are always in the field, so it's imperative that they're always connected.
The Sprint wireless products that we're using, they are a seamless part of the patient care that we're providing.
It enhances my ability to perform my job.
The technology supports our ability to take care of patients.
Sprint technologies and solutions are extremely easy to use and install. The broadband wireless cards come with a client software that's essentially click connect and you're connected.
They can go right to the patient's home and have all the information they need right at the bedside.
We also have used CNS in inpatient facilities and nursing homes.
The hospice interaction with the CNS product from Sprint has been completely seamless to the hospice. They come and do the assessment, they come and do the work. You have the best connectivity possible. What we need is people who want to understand what we do and then help us apply the technology to what we do so that we can better serve our customers. And Sprint definitely has done that.
We can build a smarter planet.
Smarter towns.
Smarter cities.
Smarter government. Smarter retail.
Smarter shipping.
Smarter airports.
Smarter food supplies.
Smarter grocery stores.
Trains.
Cars.
Smarter streets.
Smarter classrooms. We need smarter people. Really smart.
Smarter hospitals.
Smarter energy grid. Connect them all together, and what do you got?
Happier people.
That's what I'm working on.
That's what I'm working on.
I'm an IBMer.
I'm an IBMer.
I'm an IBMer.
Let's build
a smarter planet.
Time now for today's Colleague's Choice. we've asked your colleagues who live and practice in Chicago to recommend their favorite restaurants. Today's colleague's choice is Le Colonial. It's Chicago's upscale French-Vietnamese restaurant that captures the beauty, romance, and spirit of French colonial Southeast Asia from the 1920s. Signature entrees include Vietnamese crisp-seared whole red snapper, grilled salmon with dill over vermicelli noodles, barbecued pork over angel hair noodles, and sautéed jumbo shrimp with eggplant in a curried coconut sauce. Le Colonial lets you soak in the experience in a romantic, unrushed atmosphere.
You don't have to be in Chicago very long before you realize what an exciting, vibrant city this is. Here's Mark Alford with more about things to see and do while you're here in the city. Mark?
Chicago really does a big business hosting prestigious conferences and conventions like this one. But this city is also a big magnet for another important group of visitors, shoppers. Chicago is known as a shopper's paradise. People really do plan trips here to take advantage of the one-of-a-kind stores and boutiques with designer labels. But the Chicago retail experience is not limited to adults. In fact, one of the most visited stores on the Magnificent Mile is targeted to the tweens. This is American Girl Place, and this is a really big store and idea. Since the company started back in 1986, more than 13 million American Girl dolls have been sold, and the company has welcomed more than 19 million customers at its stores in several American cities, as well as here in Chicago. The success of these dolls and various ancillary products, including a major movie last summer, is phenomenal.
American Girl is a phenomenon that has been in existence for over 22 years now. And it started really with the belief of the creator of trying to encourage girls to read. At the essence, American Girl is about girl empowerment. And the dolls and books are just the vehicles that we use to promote girl empowerment.
Young girls, their moms, and their dads travel from literally around the world for this experience. And while the girls are in the store, they and the American Girl dolls they bring with them are truly pampered.
This is the American Girl Cafe. This is a wonderful environment for the entire family. It is a great escape. The girls feel very grown up. We use real china, silverware, and dads can learn a little bit more about their girls by reading the table talkers and sharing in the questions and answer section.
If a young daughter or granddaughter is here with you this week, discover how quickly you become a hero when you announce, "We're going to the American Girl Place."
That's today's edition of Chicago City View. Thanks for watching.
And remember, a new edition of Chicago City View is available for you each day as you ride the convention shuttle buses.
Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you again soon.
You've been watching Chicago City View, the official television program of the Healthcare Information and Management Systems Society's annual meeting. Stay tuned. This program will be repeated.